Because a lot of people are getting outside, and Miss Giggles is here. Holly Baker on the weather deck.
Yeah.
It seems like the wind has calmed down from last time we saw you.
Wait, are you sitting down?
I am.
You sitting on the job, girl.
Yes,
Come on.
I am. I mean, it's one of those afternoons where you just want to get outside, maybe sit on your patio, feel a nice little breeze outdoors. I mean, it's perfect out here right now. Only thing I'm missing is maybe my water bottle sitting right next to me. It's so nice, but that's all going to change, especially as we head throughout the rest of the overnight hours, you guys.
Melissa made landfall earlier this afternoon, and we're continuing to track it. It has now been downgraded to a Category 4, which is still pretty strong. What you're looking at right now is those cloud tops. So you can look at the legend, warm to cold. We are looking at more of those colder cloud tops. So with colder cloud tops, that just means that the storm is very, very high and intense. So that's going to continue to fuel all of the rain, all the strong wind.
Cheers. A toast to Holly.
Cheers to Kringle. Cheers.
Tis the season. I can't wait to hear what you think. Because you're a cook. Do you bake too, Holly? I'm sorry.
No, my last name is just Baker.
To break it all down, we're joined now by Fox 6 Milwaukee meteorologist Holly Baker. Holly, it's so great to talk to you here on this afternoon. I know that you guys have the fall decorations out, but it's feeling more like summer there across your region.
Yes, it does. It feels like summer today. I mean, we have at least the pumpkins right now, so it looks like fall, at least on our weather deck, but it feels like summer. And right now we're on a record watch. So I've been watching temperatures pretty much all day today. And right now we're actually tied with our record that actually happened in 2018 on this exact day. So if we get at least another degree higher, we are going to set a new record here in Milwaukee. And a lot of our surrounding areas too, Kiana, they are all really heating up. We have some areas that usually don't heat up, and they're in almost pushing 90 degrees currently. So we have a lot of hot temperatures, and this not just for today. We're going to have this continuing throughout the weekend. So we have a lot of hot weather on the way here in Milwaukee and really across the Midwest. So it's not just limited to the Milwaukee area or even Wisconsin. It's across the entire Midwest. We're all seeing those hot temperatures as we all are really under that ridge. So we're under a ridge that's pretty much giving us all of the heat. And we have this strong southerly breeze right now. So it's all of this strong wind from the south, and that's bringing in a lot of moisture too, because not only are temperatures a problem today with it feeling so hot, it's also those dew points. Dew points are really high today as well. But after all of this rain moves out of here, we're going to be starting the State Fair on Thursday with beautiful sunshine and nice and comfortable temperatures. As you see here, we'll be in the 70s, and we'll pretty much stay in the 70s with sunshine as we head into the weekend. So it's looking like we're starting the week off with a bitter Baker forecast, and we're going to end it with a happy Holly forecast. And that's just going to be consistently for the last 3 days of the week. We can have quick little, at least pop-ups with some of these severe storms. The biggest threat is going to be wind and hail.
Like she's in a Hallmark movie out there, and you are just, your energy, your smile, your enthusiasm is just infectious, Holly.
Thank you. I am having a blast. The wind just did this really big whoosh, and you're just seeing more snow coming down. I'm just like, yes. I mean, I just love it. I mean, eventually I probably won't be saying that because
Now you also notice that the eye is kind of disappearing. Well, it's going to undergo an eye wall replacement, meaning that it's going to re-strengthen again, especially as it makes its way over the water. Now let's look at something here, the latest path of what we can expect. So up next is going to be Cuba as a Category 4. When we're tracking Hurricane Melissa, it will continue to track into the Atlantic and even could affect areas like Bermuda.
Whenever we do have severe weather to come, whether it's strong winds or hail or even tornadoes and tornado warnings, they are building those basements. So they're building more of those safety areas for those people to go, as well as practicing a lot more of those drills. A lot of the camps around here are starting to practice and exercise on all of the different drills, whether it's intruders or whether it's weather concerns, like any type of event that could happen that could be a danger to people.
I think he's back with the weather and a science lesson when it comes to the fog. We've kind of been living through it for 3 days now.
Yes, it's whenever the temperature equals the dew point, and that's basically what's happening now with all of the fog that's still in our area, especially in the Milwaukee region.
Yeah.
It is very foggy out there. As you see here on this camera, you can't even see anything but the fog. It almost looks like we're just in a cloud, and really fog is just a cloud on the ground. Here's a look at those visibilities for the Milwaukee region. We are near that zero mark there, so that is why we are seeing all of that fog still in our area, but not just our area. You see Sheboygan is dealing with a lot of that fog as well. That brings us to having a fog advisory still in effect up until about 10 o'clock for this morning. It may even be extended if this fog doesn't leave our area, but just some safety tips to use low beam lights or fog lights if you have those. Drive slow and to leave enough space in between those cars, because sometimes the car may not have their lights on and you don't want to bump into somebody else on the way to your destination. So definitely drive slow and just leave enough room. But as far as the areas that are in this dense fog advisory are the areas that are highlighted in that gray, which is mainly all the areas just along the lake. Now, how does that fog actually form? That fog really starts with dew points in the 50s, and it really will start near the lake and make its way inland to our area. It's going to start near the lake where it's a little bit cooler as well. And then those air temperatures have to equal the dew points. And that's exactly what we're dealing with right now. As you see here, right now in Milwaukee, we're at about 56 degrees. Those dew points are at about 56 degrees as well. Wind from the east at about 6 miles per hour. Now let's switch gears and talk about temperatures just for a little bit. We are seeing a little bit of everything as well. A little bit cooler along the lake, 56 in Milwaukee, 70 in Waukesha, 73 in Janesville. And we're definitely going to get warmer. We're going to get to the 80s today, and that's going to prime our atmosphere for some severe weather that we could expect for the afternoon. As you see here on our satellite and radar, that low pressure system is still off to the west of our area, but it's going to migrate to our area by the time we make it to the afternoon. That leaves us in an enhanced risk for today, which is 3 out of 5. I know you're wondering, what is an enhanced risk? Well, for the orange, that's pretty much everybody in our area right now is going to be under this enhanced risk. Numerous storms, they all could be pretty persistent. A few of those could be intense. We could even deal with a few tornadoes today, some very strong and damaging winds. And don't be alarmed if you even get a little bit of some hailstones to fall as well with some of these storms that move through the area. Be sure to know where your safe place is. Now let's look at the timing here on our Sky Vision Plus. As we go throughout really the rest of the first half of the day, it's going to be still pretty nice, maybe a few foggy conditions for some areas, but that fog will eventually move out of the area, especially once temperatures continue to go up. As we look at our Sky Vision Plus though, and we go to 5 o'clock, that's when we can start to notice more of those storms start to pop out towards the west. In between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m., that's when we're going to be dealing with those storms in our area. This is around 7:30. Those storms will definitely be moving through the area a little bit more. So definitely know where your safe place is. Again, this is definitely going to be some severe weather for our afternoon. The good news is that all will be out of the area before midnight. So around 9:30, give or take, maybe even 10 o'clock tonight, those storms should be out. We'll recover overnight, but then we set up for a little bit more of those thunderstorms to return back into the area by the time we make it to Friday night. So not going to be too bad for Friday night versus tonight. So definitely make sure you're staying weather aware. Here's a look at that 6-day planner. Conditions get better over the weekend with cooler temperatures in the 60s. We stay in the 60s as we head towards the beginning of next week, with more of that rain to definitely return as we head into Tuesday.
All right.